On the Prime Minister's statement.
When the debate was interrupted, the Honourable Marion Street was speaking. She has 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to speak should she wish to take it. The
Speaker.
Honourable Marion Street.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When we rose at the end of last week, I was saying that the program that we heard in the Prime Minister's speech for getting New Zealand out of what is now widely recognised as a double-dip recession has two strands to it. First is selling off the family silver, but disguise it as being available to ordinary ma and pa investors, despite the fact that these are the very mas and pas who are trying to manage this government's increase in GST to put food on the table for their families. The second strand was to give the rich tax cuts because somehow that will trickle down to the less well-off. Mr. Speaker, this is the same tired old National Party recipe we have heard for years from National. But since this government took office, Mr. Speaker, 52,000 more people are out of a job. A tax cut isn't the priority for these people. Getting a job is. So where are the jobs? We know that before the election in 2008, the Prime Minister, or as he then was Leader of the Opposition, used to say frequently that he was ambitious for New Zealand. But in a recent FM radio interview, Mr. Speaker, at the end of January, he was asked to name his top 3 priorities for New Zealand for 2011. His top 3 priorities. And they went like this. His first one was to win the Rugby World Cup. Now, every New Zealander wants the All Blacks to win the Rugby World Cup, but I suggest, Mr. Speaker, it's got more to do with Richie McCaw's foot than it has to do with John Key. He then went on to say, as his second important goal for 2011, he said there was something on later on in the year which we were all aware of. Obviously, he was referring to the election and he wanted to win it. Now, we know that if he doesn't win it, he's gone. He has already told us if he doesn't win, he's thrown his toys out of the cot and he's gone. So here is the amateur Prime Minister. He said he's not going to hang around as runner-up. He's got the T-shirt now and he'll be off if he doesn't win. So where is the ambition for New Zealand? And then the third thing, he was asked to talk about 3 things that were priorities for him for 2011. And his third priority was to go to the royal wedding. To go to the royal wedding. I hope he's got a nice frock. Let's hope he's got a nice frock. This is absolutely poverty-stricken. This is a complete waste of space for a Prime Minister. When confronted with the fact that people's power prices, food prices, ACC levies are going up, quite unnecessarily in the latter case, petrol prices are going up, rents are going up, rates are going up, early childhood education costs are going up, tertiary fees are going up. And this Prime Minister, who said he was ambitious for New Zealand, wants to go to the royal wedding. There is nothing about this government's priorities that would indicate to any New Zealanders out there who are finding life difficult, who are finding it hard to make ends meet, that this man has their future and their well-being and their prospects and the prospects of their children at heart. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.